We might as well call it.
I'll call. I'll start her off, Dale.
Go for your life.
The umpire comes in, throws it up. Free kick already. Just going to Craig Hardingham. Short handball into Chuggy. He goes long. Werribee outnumbered, but good mark from Blake Pilkington. So he swings onto the right boot. Just run off the mark now. Kicks it inside 50. Rosenwig's under it. Up goes Lovell. Down at ground level. Picked up by Reynolds. Short handball across to his teammate. Wilson gets a long kick along the boundary line towards Bull Weiss. He's trying to get there first. Picked up there is Devon Ellis. Still trying to fumble the ball a bit. Looks like he got a bit of it in the back. And he'll take the free kick. The wing position. Kicking in towards northern direction. And he kicks it in short. Finds Long. Vinny Long. That's a shocking kick by Long. Down at ground level. Can't be picked up by the North Geelong player. Teets gets the kick in towards the goal square. Lovell. It's a good mark by Lovell.
Wilson.
So Anthony Wilson.
Bit of a bonus having Lovell up forward, Grub.
Yeah, well, look, it is, but it hasn't worked the last couple of weeks because it's taken Rosenwig right out of the game. They just kick it high every time. When Lovell goes out, Rosenwig kicks 4 or 5.
So
ball back in the middle of the ground. This time Hardingham over the top. Coming off the band line is Perry. Batavi receives the ball. He's tackled. Teets and Galley both have hold, and it comes down to the tackle. Umpire Beveridge comes in. Grub's done his homework in the umpires again. A lot of experience out there today, Grub.
There is. Brendan Beveridge over 400 games. Ray Dowling from the Maryborough League. He's been around a long time. And the young boy, I'll pick up his name again in a minute when I look at my notes, doing his first game. Actually, a club umpire from Bell Park who's been performing so well that they decided to give him a game in the senior. So good luck to him. I'll just check him again in a minute, but good luck to him.
So the ball from the middle. Toby Bray takes a bounce, goes in forward. That's a nice looking kick. Went towards Lovell. Again, he was a target coming through. Calvert kicks the ball off the ground. The numbers this time are with the Werribee side. Picks up, handball goes backwards to Galley. Galley's tackled by Swinnerson. The ball goes over the boundary line.
Is the boy's name? So good luck to him.
That's working. Don't Don. So the ball now with the umpire, throws it back in. Weiss from behind, can't get the ball down. It was Bray that actually had it, tried to kick the ball off the ground. There's a decision being given by the umpire, and it's going to go to Brendan Chugg.
I thought it was the other way, kicking in danger for a minute.
You must push too many numbers, Cal, because it's coming out like you're drawing. So Chugg goes in short. Target was Rosenweig. Couldn't pick the ball up. Does well. Wilson, the out of defence, goes to Fletcher. Now has a time to steady and go through the middle of the ground. In looking for Lansbury Lowe. Good strong mark in that position. Just in front of Elvis. Ball comes out wide. Van Cregan's on the run. Overlaps there. Had Fitzsimmons, ignored him. Went into centre half. Forward pressure on now. Hardingham over the top. Can't take the mark. At the back of the ball is Bell. Long handball back in towards the centre half forward position. Armisted's there. Can't pick the ball up either. It's Devon Ellis who merges with the ball. Handballs out. Goes to Leach. Leach back inside. Finds Teets. Teets to Ellis in the way. Werribee are running. David Leach loads up. Goes long. Rosenweig in front. The big fella had first grab. Matheson able to take it out of his hands. Pilkington arrives. Puts some pressure on. Stodaro's also there. Ball at ground level. Rosenweig does well. Taps it to Stodaro. Needs to get an escape route, but he can't find one. So it's picked up there by Swennerson. Handballs back inside. And it's Jonathan Woods that takes a step. Kicks off the ground. And will find the big ball. Weiss now comes out wide. And Van Creeken once again on the sit back with a centre wing. Transfers play back inside. Good kick. Nicely placed. And coming up, Sean Kingwell picks the ball up. Goes back by hand to Van Creeken, who runs through the middle of the ground, goes looking for Jones, over the top of his head. Vertaki comes out, Jones slams it on the boot, puts it into the forward line. Parker leads in the race, but the ball goes
in. Rucks go at it, one down to side. Got in the middle there by Bull Weiss. He swings around on his right boot, kicks it over the back. Leading the race is Perry. Can't pick it up. Now Galley's over it. He drags it in, knocks it out. Players over it. Should be a ball up now. It is. So the umpire throws the footy up. One down by the North Geelong player. Picked up by Harvey. He kicks towards goal. Cross line. And it's a behind.
back position, does the kicking in, goes short, finds Leach, and Leach transfers play to the far side of the ground, went out wide, I think a bit too wide because he was looking for Pilkington. The ball's gone into the forward line, back of the pack. Parker can't pick the ball up. Attention there from Bell. The ball was pushed over the bench. Playing just on 7 minutes first quarter. Hardingham taps the ball down the back of the contest. Picked up there by Cornish. Went to Simmons. Simmons on the left foot. Comes across the face of goal and out to the other half-back flank. The mark has been taken there by Galley. He's called the play on by the umpire. Inside run is by Chug. Chug goes on the boot. Goes in long to the half-forward line. Pilkington and Reynolds. Reynolds does well. Gets it to ground. Fletcher's there in support, but it's Bray. Wins the ball. Feeds the ball through the contest. Out the other side is Pilkington. Handball wasn't good, chopped off there by Harvey. Harvey goes back to Swenison. Swenison now from the back end of the square goes into the half forward line and it goes towards Smith. Smith now picks the ball up, picked up there by Fitzsimmons, kicks into the forward line. Good lead up there from Parker, couldn't hang on to the ball, went through his hands. Bell out the back door, finds Long and Long's away on the half back line, transfers play back through the middle of the ground. Nice looking kick towards Tadaro. Tadaro picks the ball up, swings around, goes back to the goal square. Lovell out in a strong lead and Lovell takes a good mark.
Pressure on him as he tried to hit it on Lovell's chest, and that's exactly what he did. They need pressure.
So Nathan Lovell, 25 metres out from goal. Not much of an end to contend with here. Kicks, not going to be good enough. Doesn't bring it to, doesn't allow for it. And 1 goal 1 to Nathan Lovell. 1 goal 1 to the Werribee side. They move to 7. North Geelong 1 behind. We've gone 11 minutes first quarter. Go on a Fiend Hotel scoreboard. Taylor Reynolds, he came out wide and a mark has been taken there by young Perry. So Perry now transfers play back through the middle of the ground and it's Reynolds again that's made position for himself. And for North Geelong, short kick up over the top. Harvey by himself. Lucky there for the Woods, pushed to Kelly.
Could have been a free, you know.
Could have been. In old time, it's picked up now by Cornish. Cornish on the left foot. Kick goes into the half-forward line. Harvey chops it off. Coming through is Perry. Picks it up, dances around, and goes into the half-forward line. Pittman's the target. Doesn't quite take the mark at ground level. Cornish is there, and he runs the ball over the boundary line. Session. So the first change, Toby Bray off and a Quarrier coming on. Ball tapped down by Hardingham to Leach. Leach on that trusty right foot goes in towards the half-forward line. Weiss is there. Pilkington from behind. Weiss picks the ball up. Barges in play through.
No, you've got him too right.
Put the elbow up and the resulting free kick goes to Galley. Galley chips the ball back inside. Chugged, had the mark, dropped it, called the play on by the umpire. Handballs back to Leach. Leach into the half-forward line. Good lead up from Rosenweig. On the lead from Madison. No chance there, and David Leach a nice flat pass over around.
Well, I think he's been starved of those opportunities that a kick like that can present in the last couple of weeks, but that certainly was a beauty from the captain coach.
So now Rosenweig comes in from about 40, straight in front, kicks a bit of a wobbler, and again it's going to go through for a minor score. So Taylor Reynolds plays on, kicks out from the full-back position, comes out wide. Fitzsimmons lucky there, it's his man under the back.
Judging by the rest of the games today, I think the breeze is favouring the club room's end of the ground.
So Galley plays on, goes wide in towards centre forward. Rosenweig out in front. The big fella can't take a mark this time at ground level. Picked up by Van Creek and goes back to Weiss. Weiss now sideways. Comes out looking for Perry. Hardingham will arrive and the big fella, as he does normally.
Robbie, before?
Who?
It's a little kid.
There's me brother.
Boundary umpire throws the ball in. Knocked down again by Hardingham. He's absolutely dominating the ruck. Small handball by Galley inside 50. Players converge. Lovell takes the mark.
I'll tell you what, he was very...
Lovell comes in to goal. It's another one.
I think a young 20-year-old...
So the ball back in the middle this time. Hardingham got the first one and maybe the second one. Tapped forward, went towards Werribee's goals. Leach struggles to get the ball out of his arms of the opponent. Does so. Went to Leung. Now it's with Fletcher. Good clean pick up. Handballs back in through the middle. Missed Hardingham. Got Weiss and now back to Fletcher in the 1-2. And left the ball behind. Pretty slippery maybe in there. And it's pretty rough I reckon. Devon Ellis has touched it a couple of times and ball now out to Leung who kicks into the half forward line. Pilkington to the target. That's a good lead up and a nice kick there. And now the play is transferred back inside. Galley missed the mark. Totoro, he's there. Probably should have been a high free kick there because it was definitely around the shoulders. Bout to Galley. Galley round the corner back to the goal square. To Shepherd there, but the ball hasn't got enough carry and behind to North Geelong. And we've played 13 minutes first quarter. Coming to Fiend Hotel scoreboard.
So it looks like Reynolds has taken the kick in. Marked there. the half-back line by Woodhouse. Woodhouse kicks long, marked by Pittman. It's been a good performance for North Geelong all year. Kicks along the line, Kingwell on 2. Can't turn out of trouble. And the ball goes over the boundary line. Soundpire throws it in. Harningham wins it down again. Galley can't pick it up. Works hard though. At ground level, Fitzsimmons gets the ball to Harvey. Harvey over the top to Van Creeken. Uses his left boot. Chopped off there by McGuinness. McGuinness runs forward. Small kick over the top. Calvert runs over the footy. Takes the ball through the middle of the ground. Swings onto his right. Inside 50. Reynolds was and Pilkington on the right boot towards the goal square. And Lovell
Gave him a push.
probably a push out, but no. That is 3 goals, 3 Werribee, 1 goal.
So the ball back in the middle of the ground. Hartingham up against Weiss now. Ball tapped down this time. Hartingham maybe again. Leach able to knock the ball forward. Favours the Werribee side. Good strong tackle of Woods coming on inquiry. And maybe a little bit high. Ooh, umpire had maybe a slight opportunity, but maybe a good decision. Woods now with the ball. Comes out wide. Kick wasn't good off the boot. Fitzsimmons made a good clean pick up. Went to Perry. Back to Fitzsimmons. And Fitzsimmons on the left boot. Drives the ball in towards the half forward line. Kingwell from behind. Had a grab at it. Couldn't take the mark at ground level. Picked up by Armistead. Taken off the ball, picked up again. Quarrier burying hard. Now it's with Armistead. Ellis won't let him out of there. Ellis actually emerged with the ball, and the umpire's going to come in and take possession of the ball just in between the half forward line and the centre square. So the ball now up in the air by the umpire. Weiss bodied away, gets it to Fitzsimmons. He's tackled, picked up by Ellis. There's a free kick being given, and it goes to Fitzsimmons, probably in range now. It'll take everything he's got here to kick the goal, but he goes back. Short kick comes up. Parker leads up. Good lead. Not the mark there. It was actually Marshalsea it was, but the ball at ground level now. There's another free kick being paid by the umpire, and a push to the back. Again, a North Geelong free kick, and it looks like young Jones. Matthew Jones is going to come out and really have the first legitimate shot at kick there.
I thought there was a couple earlier, but
yeah. So Matthew Jones now from about 25, 30 metres out directly in front of goal goes back, and like the old man just puts it straight through the middle. 1 goal.
As is known by me now. Umpire throws the ball up. Weiss wins it down. Giraffe finds a free kick. It's going to go to Pittman. He's playing on Bray. Pittman goes long. Looks for Fitzsimmons. He's got front position. Well spoiled by Alice. Down at ground level. Picked up by the Werribee player. Spills it. Goes to Kingwell. Kingwell gets it to Van Creeken. Van Creeken over the top.
down the ground.
Dealt with after he kicked it.
Yep.
So in comes Marshalsea. Kicks through the ball.
Jesus, missed that.
That's a shocking kick, I'd say. And the ball comes in.
Went to Bray on the half-back line, and quickly the ball's at centre wing. David Leach on the first bounce, picks it up, now runs forward of centre wing. Long kick into the full forward position, and now there's another free kick, and it goes down to Rosenweig. So the recipient of it.
One errant kick down there. We could have the ball back in the centre for North Geelong. Instead, Werribee Centrals are lining up for a goal. That's today's football, isn't it?
Yeah, it happened last night in the game too, Grub. That Rosenweig this time, that looks like it's better contact being made, and the big fella at full forward has his first goal of the afternoon, Craig Rose.
Oh, you're putting me off while looking at my Facebook. Throws the ball up. Hartingham doesn't win it down this time. Ball up for grabs in the middle. Finally rests with Chugga. He kicks it inside 50. First to it was Reynolds. So Reynolds, one of the better players for North Geelong this year. Looking at team of the year, I'd imagine Dale would like to think. Ball marked by Fitzsimmons. Matheson with his stinky little left, that I thought he was a right footer, but he's actually a left footer. Kicks it across by Van Creeken. Marked by Pittman. Pittman in short finds Armistead, it looks like. He kicks across the field. It's a good mark there by Schwennerson. Brent Schwennerson on his right finds Weiss. Weiss gets a quick handball over to Fitzsimmons. And nice finish too. It's a good goal. It's probably one of the best moves of the day for North Geelong.
Yeah, forget about defence a little bit, and you get caught out sometimes.
So ball back in the middle of the ground. Toby Bray gives Mark Harvey the don't argue there, and it was a little bit high.
Yeah.
Yes, you don't have to lift the arm too high here, Mark Harvey in the head, but he's got the free kick in the middle of the ground. Harvey now kicks the ball in long, goes looking towards Kingwell, up against two. Spoil from behind at ground level. Picked up there again. Good work from Pittman. Gets through the contest. Unfortunately, put pressure on himself, and his Simmons plays on. Little chip round the corner. Don't know why I had to go to Cornish. Cornish went up one-handed. That wasn't too impressive by the to get a bit more distance.
Geez, that was a North Geelong free kick.
Should have been. Brendan Beveridge is right there. Umpire throws the ball in, ends up with Fitzsimmons. He's tackled there by Cornish. Over the top, that ball. So Beveridge throws the ball in the air. The umpire, Kingwell up against Hardingham. Hardingham's pushing Sean Kingwell out in the contest, says the umpire, hands in his back. So Sean Kingwell will go back and kick for goal. Distance will cause no concern whatsoever here from Kingwell. It's a great kick of the football. And I reckon he would have had about 40 from this position over his course here at North Geelong. So Sean Kingwell will go back and close the game up a little bit. Werribee away to a good start. North Geelong with this could have their third on the board. Doesn't allow enough for it then when you praise a bloke that much, and he's lucky to scrape it in for a minor score in the end. So a minor score to Sean Kingwell. North Geelong to 2 goals 3. Werribee on 4 goals 3. And we've played 24 minutes first quarter. Commonwealth Hotel scoreboard.
So the ball in the middle, already past halfway. Umpire's found a free kick. It's going to go to Schwennerson, it appears. Gets a short handball across to his teammate, who gives it to Andrews. Andrews kicks it forward. Yeah, there's a good mark at ground level. Can't see who that is though. Looks like Harvey. Mark Harvey is called to play on, looking for an option. Has to kick back to Andrews. Takes the diving mark. He kicks across the field to Reynolds. Now look to see what Reynolds can do. Finds a short kick. Marked, played on, back to Reynolds. Reynolds inside 50 now. Just a long high kick to Kingwell, who seems to be the target pretty much every time they go inside 50. Easily spoiled. Picked up by Bray. Bray gets a short handball to Alice. Alice handballs it to his teammate in Montgomery. Montgomery on the right boot. He finds a target in Tadaro. Tadaro's taking the mark. He kicks it inside 50. Rosenwig's on a lead. Gully over the back.
Just about fell into him then. I don't even realise.
He's been prominent at the start of this game, getting plenty of ball.
Had a pretty good year, actually. Oh, he's run too close to the man on the mark.
No, yes, you picked that nice and early. Ball goes up. Someone from North Geelong flies. It probably could have been a free kick from the back, but not paid. Ball at ground level now. Players running after it. Falls back into the hands of Galley. He drops it straight away like a hot potato. Ball now in the pack situation. The umpire calls
between half forward and centre half forward for the Werribee side. They're in attack once again. This time looks like over the top. Ball's tapped down there by Pilkington. It's picked up by North Geelong. Fletcher went backwards. This is Parker. Loads up now. Long torpedo coming out towards centre wing. Jones pushed under the ball by Cornish. Went back and collected himself. Good tackle there from Jones. The ball came out. Umpire's allowed it to go. He had his whistle in his mouth, but he let it go. Ellis quick onto the boot into the half forward line, reading the ball. A lot better there was Taylor Reynolds, and Taylor Reynolds was taking the mark on the half back line. So Taylor Reynolds now decides to transfer play, goes back towards the centre corridor, went for the smallest man. Unfortunately, 3-on-1. Lungs there, ends up with Hardingham at ground level. He needs to pick the ball up, tapped it forward. Woodhouse, so no, it wasn't, it was Andrews coming through. Went to Harvey. Harvey to Kingwell. Kingwell on a lead, good lead up. Marshall C wasn't hitting the target. Perry picks the ball up. Handball goes out wide. Pittman has time, steadies, goes back to Marshall C, stops, props, and he kicks round the corner. So Tommy Marshall C, he has got his first goal of the afternoon, and that
pick it up, and otherwise he doesn't quite know what's going on.
So the umpire throws it up, tapped over by Hardingham. Ball in the middle. Galley tries to bend down, picks it up. Now Montgomery's got it, and it's ball up. Centre forward for Werribee Centrals. It's just the Bell Park umpire, Grubby.
No.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes. No, sorry, that's the oldest bloke. That's Ray Dowling.
So the ball kicks by Chug, up high. Players go at it. Fletcher nearly takes the mark. Galley bends over and picks it up. Gets a good handball out. Tadaro tries to get there. Can't. Fletcher was over it. Bumped out. Picked up by Teets inside 50. In the goal square. Players go at it. Rosenwig couldn't take the mark. Lovell bends down, picks it up. Crashes through the pack. Can't get it. Ball at ground level now, and it should be a ball up.
Geez, I should have got a goal of the game. I think he's my cousin. Well, his cousin's my cousin, anyhow.
So, another...
Uncle Ray.
Sure, mate. Giving a few free kicks, and Teats has the ball. Kicks for goal.
He's missed it.
He's missed it.
That's a Sheila.
Yeah, ball with Taylor Reynolds, goes out wide, looks for 50.
Oh,
Simmons. There it is, it's a good one, and the ball now transferred to centre wing, ball's picked up, Andrews, and over the top, so big chance here, a late goal for the home side, North Geelong. Van Creeken goes in forward, Mark's not taken there by Marshall C, coming across Weatherly, does well, knocks it towards the boundary line, goes and collects his own ball, handballs up, goes to Cornish, needs support, went to him, but looks like it was going to be out of bounds. Umpire says it was. Ryan Cornish doesn't believe it was, so outside 50. The ball will be thrown back into the field of play. So Sean Kingwell, he does the ruck work down there. This time Pilkington looks like he's doing a little bit of ruck work. Handball comes back towards Fletcher. Fletcher goes back over the top. Player has time to steady and go into the half-forward line. Not too sure where he's looking for, but didn't hit Marshall C and went out of bounds on the full.
Geez, that was a good mark, wasn't it?
Beautiful by Fitzsimmons. Wedley chances his arm and goes across the face of goal, and that's a great kick. So he's got Bell by himself. He can go over the top to Leach, who's also there, but Pilkington's going to come across. Well left there by Kelly, supported him there. And when it goes back to Galley, as the siren sounds to end the first quarter here at North Geelong, which will see Werribee Essentials 4-4-28, leading at North Geelong 3-3-21. Went to step back inside, got through that contest too easily, kicks into the full forward position. This is where they're in trouble, and that was never going to be a contest because Craig Ravenwees had himself on the good side, and a good kick there from David Totoro. Up.
So the Giraffe throws it up, ball knocked down by Bull Weiss, picked up by Teats, inside 50, Leachy.
Again.
Although he can't kick from outside 50. Very
well, I tell you, if he gets onto it,
efficiently at the moment. He's missed the last one.
This will go over the fence if he latches on.
He's talking in terms of accuracy, of course.
He didn't say he'd kick a goal. He just said it would go over the fence.
David Leach leans back on it a bit.
Kicked it too high again.
Oh, that's soft.
That's a point. It's a point.
Lucky it's a point. And that's another behind. 6-5, 41 to 3-4, 22. Werribee Central's up.
Ball brought in quickly, went to Harvey in the back pocket. He's put pressure on himself now because he needs support. Has it outside. Wasn't a good handball. He had to go back and collect it himself, but the pressure from Werribee has been good because Todaro, he comes out of the contest and kicks back into the full forward position. And Craig Rosenweed comes out and takes another mark. So he's only 25 metres out from goal. Acute angle, but should go back to big fella. Good side for a right foot up. And he will click his third and even up the total with Nathan Lovell. Not too sure they have a bet every game grub, but it's big fellas at Twin Towers, we'll call them. Craig Rosenweig has brought it up short and to the narrows 4 to North Geelong. Taylor Reynolds plays onto himself in the goal square, comes back to the clubroom side, hits Swenison, nice pass. Further afield has Woodhouse. He's ignored that player at the moment, so he's going to have to go for the longer option. No, he hasn't. He's going to chip the ball over the top. Mark taken there by Taylor Reynolds. So Reynolds now with the ball. This game plays a short game, goes towards Pittman. He doesn't let him down, and he also takes the mark. Handball went to Van Creeken, put him under pressure, but he's able to hit up Weiss on centre wing. He can't take the mark. Teats, good handball. Devon Ellis running off the half-back line. Chips in, good kick again. David Leach is the target, takes the mark. Leach goes out wide. Rosenweig again. The big fella jumped at the ball, took Woods away from it. Oh, good crash there from Quarrier. Came through, didn't collect the ball though. Free kick, says the umpire, high. And the recipient of the free kick's going to be Woodhouse, I think, for North Geelong. Handball's back to Reynolds. Reynolds goes short into centre half-back. Mark taken by Parker, further afield. He can go if he wants to. Has Fletcher, that's the target he's going to hit up. Kick probably a little bit more, too much on it coming out. Weatherly couldn't take the mark, did well. Leung also did very well. Went to Weatherly, then he hit up Harvey. He turns the ball over now and Harvey goes into the half-forward line. Fitzsimmons leads up. He can't take the mark. Must be slippery out there. Running player is Fletcher. The ball went behind him, picked up, and again it's Chug for Werribee on the centre wing. Banana kick into the half-forward line. Lovell out in front.
Got to get a free.
Interference from Matheson behind and the recipient of the free kick, Nathan Lovell, outside 50.
Oh, he's got a 50. But I think Brendan Berridge is a much better umpire than that.
So Nathan Lovell, he'll go back and shoot for goal number 4 for himself. And the umpire just looks back over his or her head, and it's through for another major. 7 goals, 6. Now
comes in, throws it up. Big ball, Weiss gets it down. Picked up there for North Geelong. Armistead gave it to Weiss. Weiss gave it to Harvey. Harvey breaks a pretty easy tackle. Gets it inside 50 to Kingwell.
I've got the ball in the centre. They would leave a bloke of this calibre sitting out in his own with no one standing next to him. But
he's been the target all day. You're right, Grub. Kicks into the man on the mark. Play on. Good tackle by Smith. Missed the target was Andrews, and well done by Weatherly to get out of traffic and hit Chug on the chest. Chug goes back across the ground. Simmons, who probably doesn't really have a good matchup for him today. Smith's got the foot in out. And he kicks along the field. Weiss had the sip, but Pilkington flies in. One of the better marks, I reckon, in the league. Gets the ball at Galley. Galley breaks the tackle from Armistead. Kicks high. Leung tries to get it. Falls nicely into the hands of Parker. Parker still got the footy. Takes another bounce. Kicks along towards Big Kingwell, but Harningham in the hole takes the mark, and he gives it to Weatherly. So Weatherly clears. Pilkington again, too strong. Handballs an inboard to Montgomery. Montgomery and spots up Cornish. Not given the free kick. Tadaro tries to take on a player. Good handball inside to Montgomery.
No.
Oh, Rosenwig, I don't know, had the biggest brain fade ever there. Should be dragged for that, I reckon. Out to Bull Weiss. He's got a man on in Marshall seat.
Don't run around him.
Takes on, kicks it inside 50. Sorry, that must be Marshall in the goal square, so I don't know which.
Fitzsimmons kicks back into the half-forward line. Spoil comes at the back of the pack. Cleaned up there for the Werribee side by McGuinness. Handball comes out. It favours Perry of North Geelong. Has time to step around. Leong does well. The tackle was effective. And now the umpire says he's got to come back. Should have been allowed to go on. But anyway, it'll go back.
I don't think advantage was around in the old fella's day.
So Leung with the ball on the half-back line. Kicks in, left foot. Not much weight on the ball. Went looking for Leach. Tapped the ball down. Perry was there on hands and knees. Teach to Bray. Bray goes into the full forward position at the back of the pack. Oh, mark there, if not free kick. And Blake Pilkington will be the recipient. Hand on the pocket. That's what we want to see, Brendan.
There it comes.
He's going to give a yellow card to one Bull Rosenweg.
just wanted to.
And now changes the decision. So again, go for one, but he's given it to one. I thought he was going to send both of them off there just to cool their heels.
I couldn't see what one did that the other didn't. There was no punches thrown. I mean, what's going on? That's bullshit.
So now Woods has the recipient of the free kick in that back half of the ground. Goes sideways, kick out wide, finds Reynolds. Reynolds further afield, nice looking kicker also, finds Parker. So Parker's there, little chip over the top, went to Andrews, he's let up, taking the mark, plays on, Werribee player to his feet, but good mark there from Toby Brain, defence over the back of Pittman. Went towards Hardingham, but decided not to go that way. Pilkington's now the target. Good mark. Ooh, which way will the umpire play it? I think he's going to call it up. He has to.
No, hold it to Werribee. Well, there was no man in front, so he should have balled it up.
That's the correct decision also, Grubs. The ball comes in, went towards the big fella in front, and that's Lovell. He's sick of goal for a big fella, and that's no exception. Has goal number 5, and now the 8th goal for the...
I think he went for the head, he went for the spoil, and you'd be dragged off the ground if you didn't go hard at the ball like that. I don't think he did anything wrong in the first place.
No, 100% with you there, Grub.
So the ball just got out of the centre square, no clear centre clearance. Players appealing for holding the ball was not given. Throws it up again. Trying to punch over the back was Fitzsimmons. Picked up now by North Geelong player, given to Pittman. Pittman inside 50.
Ooh, lucky.
Runs under the legs of Marshall seat. Ball kicked out. Parker goes up. Can't take the mark. Down at ground level. Gets a handball to Pittman. Pittman kicks it to Perry. Perry just did not read it at all.
It was a bad kick.
Bad kick, but looked stupid. And picked up by Tadara inside 50. Bit of grappling, might be a holding. Picked up by Lovell. Lovell got a...
he can breathe a bit easier, that boy out there. That kick will...
Kicks it across the field to Fletcher. Kicks it back inboard to Woodhouse. And kicks it across to Reynolds.
Now, Kelly's got to cut the next one off. No, not going to worry about it. You've got to cut the next one.
Now Swennison's got the footy. Goes back into trouble. Reynolds has it. His next kick's important. Oh, good punch there by Braden Smith. This gets better and better. Wilson with the footy. Gets a handball to Perry. Perry back to Wilson. Wilson kicks towards Fletcher. That's a good kick. Looking for an option. And he's just going to try and take this bloke on. Gets a handball. Perry back to Fletcher, who kept running. That was good play. Pops up to inside 50. That's just a dream for defenders.
Oh, especially for Simmons. That's his bread and butter.
And the ball's now over the back of the pack to Parker. Parker to Marshalsea. Back to Parker. He goes for goal and marked on the line by Montgomery.
So Montgomery from the fullback position plays on, goes straight up the ground, found his mate in Chug. Chug goes outside to Bray. Bray now onto the foot, into the half-forward line. Good transfer of play again. Leach had the mark, put it down. Umpire says it was holding. Fair decision. David Leach probably should have hanged them. Hold on to the mark there, but the recipient of the free kick goes into the half-forward line. Matheson leading out, took the mark. Don't know why he kept running, because the umpire now has got himself in trouble. Don't think it was touched off the boot, and it's Lovell and also Matheson diving on the ball, going back into attack. So the numbers and support around the contest, there's plenty from everywhere. Picked up by Kelly, goes out the back door towards Bray, looking for options further afield, lies up, goes towards goal, and maybe just offline. Hasn't missed by much. About 28 minutes. Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard.
Let's hope they have those mini-dim sims today, eh?
Probably 25 minutes closer. So the ball now kicked into the field of play. Sweaterson went back inside, finds Weiss. Weiss had a running player in Van Creek, and so he's off and running. Handballs out further to Jones. Jones went back inside. Fitzsimmons is a target. He hits him up. Runners from the far side's going to be ignored. He goes back into the centre forward position. Come off Marshalsea's chest. Now the runners on the far side of the ground are a chance. Marshalsea, good option, good vision. Sees Parker out wide. So Parker's pushed up the defence again. Usually good use of the ball, and that's no exception because it comes back in and finds Simon Novak. So Novak is right on his limit here. Decides to play him while there's no one standing on the mark. Loads up, goes to the goal square. Goal players turn around just in time.
They weren't watching.
And it's a minus. There's not going to be any score, I should say. So at half time we have North Geelong going in at 4 goals, 5-29. The Werribee side are 8-8-56. Goal kickers till this time in the game, 4 goals. 1 each to Tom Marshalsea, Matthew Jones, Derek Fitzsimmons and Grant Armistead. And for the Werribee side, 5 to Nathan Lovell, 2 to Craig Rasenweg and 1 to Blake Pilkington.